Afro-Scientific Spirituality. My name is Remains of West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time you're watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about the misconception of the philosophy of honoring your father and your mother so that your days will be long. This is something that we find that is very popularized by the Bible. In fact, it is one of the so-called 10 commandments in the Bible that every Christian must follow, which they don't actually follow. Today, I'm going to be explaining these very commandments. What does it really mean? Honor thy father and thy mother so that your days will be long. The way it is portrayed in Christianity is not the way it is supposed to be. It has been misconstructed in a way that does not give it power or value. In African spirituality is different. The truth of this very philosophy is that it does not originate from Christianity per se. Christianity plagiarized it, but in African spirituality, it is not all about respecting your parents. It is way more than that. Okay, when we mean the term your father and your mother, it doesn't only apply to your earthly mom and dad, the one you have at home. It goes bigger than that. It represents your ancestors and the collectives of your ancestors, which is not limited to the deities of your land, your great grand ancestors from time immemorial, and the spirits that are here to guide you as a human being, to make sure that your life is sustained. As in the sun, for instance, the sun gives light to the earth. Without the sun, there will be no life force, no life on this planet. It is also your ancestors, part of your elemental deities that we have in this earth. The moon, the waters that we drink, we didn't create this stuff. It was created by divinity. It is also part of we are all connected to it. It's part of our lineage, our guardian spirits of the earth. The other elements of representing the various components that are sustaining life on this planet. We are all connected to this. Honoring them does not mean worshiping them. It is simply acknowledging them and venerating them, acknowledging them that these are major principles that are part and parcel of this world that you are connected to. The sun gives life to you. The water you drink gives life to you. The food you eat gives life to you. The animals you eat give life to you. Everything, the air you breathe gives life to you. So you are connected to all this. You cannot escape them. There's no human being will say, I can live without breathing, or I can live without the sunshine, I can live without eating, or I can live without drinking water. It is impossible. You cannot live your life and call yourself a human being without interacting or absorbing some of these energetic qualities of all these things that are around you. It's impossible. So they are part of you. Whether you like it or not, whether you choose to admit it or not, they are part of you. Even the principle of death and rebirth is part of you. You are connected to this system. You are part of this system. You go through the system. When it's time for certain things, the system will process you. We process you and regenerate you back again. You cannot escape all these elements whether you like it or not. Whether you choose to admit it or not, you can't escape them. So, what is best is for you to learn how to deal with them, acknowledge them, accept them the way they are, and find out the best way to work with them for optimum efficiency. This is what we do here in African spirituality. Okay, so honoring your father and mother are not just human beings at home. Okay, it involves all these elements. The sun is way here since the beginning of the earth. The waters, they are here since you were even a human being. Some of these elements, they are here for since the beginning of time. We don't even know how long they have been here. They are part of our ancestors. The elemental spirits, celestial spirits, the star systems, so zodiac signs, all these things, they are elemental deities. So they are part of your ancestral collective. You have to honor them. And most especially, your father and your mothers. What they mean by this is that your ancestors, you have to follow their ways, you have to honor them, because this life is not just one lifetime, it's continuous. If you don't honor your ancestors and you choose to go and honor somebody else's ancestors, like the way black people accepted Christianity and abandoned their ancestral spiritual practices or their own ancestral veneration, what do you think will happen to the African people that are going this way? Within 2 or 3 generations, they are going to die out because they have cut themselves from their ancestral lineage. So their lifetime on this earth will be short, very short. Somebody that was born into Christianity, he raised his children in Christianity, and what happened is that they have cut off a connection to the ancestral deities, their celestial deities, infernal deities. They are now praying to white Jesus and his group of murderers in Europe. These people will now become caricatures to white Jesus and the philosophy of white Jesus. In essence, they have cut off the African roots. They have no roots anymore. So these people, within 2 generations, they will die out, because the offsprings of such people cannot be able to connect back organically. It will take a lot of work for them to connect back organically if they lost this root over a series of births and rebirths. And then we die out. You will see the culture dying out, the language dying out, philosophy dying out, spirituality dying out. Everything about them is off. They don't know who they are. And at the same time, the people they are trying to assimilate into and it's not really accepting them, because they are not directly connected. They are the people who created this religion to enslave and destroy them. So such people that fail to reconnect back to their ancestral lineage, within a few generations, let's say 2 generations, so they will be totally disappeared from the earth. And this will be because they fail to honor their ancestors properly. So their days will be short upon this earth. Okay, it is natural. It is the only natural thing that will happen. If you fail to honor your ancestors, your days will be very few. Okay, within 2 generations, you are out of the system. So this is not a good thing. This honor your father and your mother is very important. If you want to prolong the continuity of your race, of your people, you must look beyond greeting your father and mother in the morning. You must look into the next generation. Honoring the ancestors involves you honoring the gods of the land, the ancient gods of your people. You must acknowledge them. You must regard them. You must value them. You must respect them. This is how your people will continue to be who they are. This is how they are going to continue spreading and become more stronger in the land. We can see this in modern day realities. Look at in Japan, China. Let me take China. How is Chinese people Chinese people? Because they venerate their ancestors. How is Korean people Korean people? Why do we call them Korean people? Because their culture is rooted in their identity. A large body of them is connected to their ancestral roots, created by their ancestors for them by them. Look at India, the same thing. Look at Thailand, the same thing. Look at Africa, it is the opposite. These countries that are still connected to their ancestral roots appear to be very stronger economically, and everything about them is well. The country is expanding, they are becoming wealthier every day, they are becoming more and more powerful. There's prosperity in their lands, there is life in their land. Even the so-called white people that is pushing Christianity, you see how Christianity is working for them. Everybody's there. Christianity is the veneration of their own ancestors. Even now we call them murderers and colonizers, they still love their ancestors. The Roman Catholic Church is a bastion of white supremacy, veneration of European ancestors. This is what the Roman Catholic Church represents: the destruction of indigenous spirituality. People that have been destroyed, i.e. African people, to be precise. Look at them today. Many have adopted Christianity and Islam to their detriment. They are nowhere to be found. They don't know their right from their left. Look at the whole of African continents. I will say the whole Northern Africa is Islamic. They are not even real Africans. They are Arabs occupying African lands. When you talk of countries like Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, Libya, Mauritania, even Angola to a certain extent, all these are Arab countries occupied by Arabs from Middle East. They are not African people. A large majority of them, the Africans there, are seriously oppressed. Look at the so-called real African countries that have adopted Christianity and Islam en masse. How are they faring? They are failing. Look at their economic indices. Look at the poverty levels. Look at the insecurity levels. Look at the corruption levels. Despite the fact that they adopt these foreign religions, thinking the religion will save them, will impute some form of morality, it is not working. It is going in the opposite direction. Why is it going? Because these religions were designed to poison them. When you cut yourself off from your roots, you create an imbalance in the psychic of the people. The people do not know their left from their rights. They only know how to survive. As a result of them not connecting with their original consciousness, there will be problems, serious problems, backwardness. Instead of them going forward, they'll take one step forward, 3 steps backward. This is a perfect example is Nigeria, that claim to be, whether there's a Muslim country or Islam. I don't even know which country Nigeria is anymore. I don't even know which one they be. Whether they be Muslim or they be Christian, I don't know. They just did the way they did. This is because they have failed to honor their ancestors, their father and their mothers properly. Instead of them to do this, they are busy honoring the ancestors of their enemies. You see them going to pilgrimages in Mecca, government spending money to send people to Saudi Arabia for pilgrimage, and Jerusalem every year to go and honor the ancestors of those people, while neglecting their own traditional spiritual essence. If you look at the state capital today, Abuja, they have a national mosque and a national church, but they have no national African spirituality shrine or temple. This is show the total neglect, disrespect of African spirituality. What do you think will happen to the children of such a country? Are they not the ones going to struggle in other people's country? Is it not Nigerian people that are going to wash toilet in Europe, to go and sweep street in Europe? Is it not Nigerian people that are always running everywhere to look for safe haven, begging to be citizens of other country? Is it not Nigerians that are doing all these things? What is wrong with them? Because they don't know their left from their rights. Nigerians will rather be anything but themselves. The average typical Nigerian is a total negropine. A person suffering from serious case of inferiority complex, self-hate. The typical Nigerian person is somebody that is typically tribalistic, that hates everybody, including his own self, that we love the white man, we love the enemies more than his own self. This is a good thing that Trump is doing in America, trying to chase everybody out of America. I see the thing is bad, but it's also good in a way. We have Africans today that have, their dream is just to go to America and become a citizen of America. This is just their life purpose, is to go to Yankee and start dressing up like one of these gangster rappers, talking through their ears, forming fake accents. It is in Nigeria that you see somebody will go to America for 2 weeks, and he will come back, he will start speaking like he's a Puff Daddy of one of these gangster rappers. Only 2 weeks you've been in America, your accent have already changed. You start speaking like you were born in America. Hey man, what's up man? How you doing man? Motherfucking yeah? You want to shoot me yeah? All those kind of nonsense, semi-illiterate stuff. What they are is like they are trying to copy American people. They are copying American people, and what they are portraying themselves as caricatures, wannabes, because they are suffering from self-hate. If you are not suffering from self-hate, you will not change your accent, your original African accent, within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks of going to the UK, you now speak English more than the white man. Then when they come back to Nigeria, everybody must know that they have been to the UK or been to America. They start dressing up like American people, going everywhere, speaking with the fake accents, pretending that they don't know how to eat eba anymore. They cannot eat eba. They cannot eat our traditional food anymore. They are now higher than the average African. Their level have upgraded. Only 2 weeks when you take go America, their level don't change. This is self-hatred, copying, because they hate themselves. They have been made to hate themselves by their religion. The religion that have taught them that everything from Europe is good, everything from Africa is bad. Everything white is good, everything black, African is evil. In fact, in the Christian Bible, the devil is a black guy, while the angels of God are white people. We were made to believe that there's no black angels. There's no African angels in their Bible, in their heaven. All the angels are white. Before you get to heaven, your sins, you have to be as white as snow. The blood of Jesus needs to wash you white. They say that black is dirty. Black is darkness, evil. The religion teach you all these things. Teach you that your ancestors are demons. They tell you that it's appointed unto man to die once, after that judgment. Immediately your father dies, you should just put him on the ground and walk away. He has gone to judgment. When you practice this kind of things, it cuts you off from your roots. That's why you see so many villages in Africa, they are undeveloped, because the people feel that the village is just like a place to bury somebody. The only time people come to village is when they are dead, just to be buried. They have been made to suffer from deep psychological self-hate about everything Africa. To even venerate their ancestors is demon worship. This is what they believe in Africa. Devil worship. I look at these people and I laugh. But they have been educated in this way, totally miseducated. They think that honoring your father and mother is just to be respectful to your parents only. Of course, a fool can also live long. An idiot can become old. Fools grow old. Okay? Honoring your ancestors, your father and your mother, is way deeper than that. It is honoring the people before you, your culture, your tradition, spiritual essence. You must respect them, you must value them, you must guide them, you must protect them, and you must transfer this knowledge to the next generation. This ensures your continuation on this planet. It ensures your longevity. If you don't do this, the evil philosophies of the enemy is going to take over your land and it's going to destroy you, wipe you out. You can see the damage Islam has caused in Africa. Wipe almost all the indigenous spiritual systems in the northern Africa, and it's still destroying it tomorrow. It's very dangerous not to honor your ancestors. Very, very dangerous. You will be wiped out. When your children become Negropians, what do you think will happen to you? Next time you are reincarnating back here, you're reincarnating as an idiot, because the idiot philosophy is what you transfer to your children. So when you come back as a caricature or a non-entity, and you continue from there. This ensures your limited presence on this earth. It secures your instant or certain destruction, disappearance. Your days will not be long. If you don't honor your ancestors, your days will not be long. So most of these people, I am happy in a way when I see most of these Christians, hardcore, that are pushing this on their children. They are destroying themselves. I told you the story of a man that was a totally brainwashed Christian from birth. How he was able to impact this Christian inferiority complex and self-hate on his children. And now none of his children are living in Nigeria. He's very lonely. And he doesn't know why his children does not even visit him. He doesn't know what is in his own mind. He thought that he was the best dad. He successfully brainwashed his children to hate his country, to hate his culture, to hate everything in Africa. And now your children don't want to visit you anymore in Nigeria. So you're going to die. When he will become very lonely, and when he dies, his children will come back just to bury him. Immediately bury him, put him on the ground. What will the children say? It's appointed unto man to die, to live once after that judgment. Then the children will go back to America, and they will never visit his grave anymore. It is over. This is what will naturally happen to these Christian folks. When you educate your children in this way, tell them that the best thing for them is to acquire foreign citizenship, American passport, UK passport, and live all their life and assimilate to become the white man. What happens to Africa? We lost people. We lost natural, our human resources. And those children are naturally cut off. Things they are supposed to do to make Africa grow and great, they will not do it. What will happen is that a stranger will take over their land. A stranger will take over their place. Probably people like me that are still conscious, we have to occupy those spaces. If we can't occupy it, the Chinese people or foreigners that know the importance of Africa will come in and take over all those places and take over all those territories. This is what will happen. In those cases, those people have minused themselves from the equation. They have successfully deleted themselves, deleted their generation from the African heritage forever. When you have children, instead of children continuing the legacy of expanding, they are not where they are supposed to be. They are in Europe, sweeping streets, washing toilet, washing the yansh of sick white people, calling themselves caregivers, doing menial jobs, taxi drivers, cleaners, doing all the suffering, hard work in Europe, doing the heavy lifting in Europe, instead of them doing the work of building Africa. What do you think will happen? There will be vacuums in the community, vacuums in the society that has to be occupied. Nature hates a vacuum. Nature hates vacuum. Nature hates an empty space. So those spaces, those children are supposed to be, somebody else will occupy those spaces. And nature doesn't care. If it's going to be the white people that will be there, If it's going to be the Indian, or the Chinese people, they will come, and whoever knows the value will take over that place. So when you devalue your land, you devalue your culture, you devalue your history, your spirituality, and most especially your ancestors, you devalue them. You are killing them. You are saying that I don't need you. You mean nothing to me. I can do better on my own. I want to create my own future. I want to create my own paths. Your ancestors have no option than to allow you to exercise your free will. And they will let you exercise your free will. So they will leave you alone to do whatever you want to do so that you will see the results of what you are doing. We are all here to learn lessons in life. So these people that I see that are poisoning their children with these Christian philosophies, telling them to run away from African spirituality, run away from Africa, run away, they are destroying themselves. But they don't know. And they will surely reap the reward of whatever they are doing. What goes around comes around. The seeds you plant is what you are going to reap. The seed that you plant, the ideology, the philosophy, the mentality that you impact on your children, on yourself, is what will be the result of their future. So when you tell them that your ancestors have no value, they are demons, Africa have nothing to offer, Africa is finished, the only plan is to go to Europe, settle down there, do whatever it takes to succeed there. Living there is better than Africa. Seeing free light, free road that you have to pay for is better than being Africa. It's better than fighting for a better Africa. You will go there, and whatever the system have to give you, they will give you. It's your choice. Slavery is a choice. Some people say that these days. So honoring your ancestors is way more than greeting your parents every morning, way more than fetching water. It is your land's extension, your deities, your ancestral deities, that you are carrying their DNA, your great, 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 great grand forefathers. This is the honoring. Look at Chinese, for example. Look at Japanese people. They honor their ancestors. What is wrong with honoring your ancestors? There's nothing to lose from honoring your ancestors except more strength and more prosperity. We are failing this because we have been totally miseducated in Africa to hate our own ancestors. This is the problem. How to venerate your ancestors, your cultural identity, you have to promote it. You have to accept it. Your traditions are refined. Not every tradition that there are some traditions that may be not in line with common modern day realities. You refine your tradition. We keep refining the tradition. We don't throw it away. We upgrade it. We update it. The parts that are not so palatable, you remove them. You keep refining. Okay, this is life for you. The tenets, the language, you preserve the language. Okay, the technology, your spirituality, you preserve it, you refine it, you develop it. All this is part of honoring your ancestors. And after doing all these things, you transfer this knowledge and wisdom. You impact it to the next generation. Tell them, this is what we have learned so far. This is our culture. This is how we do things. You should improve on it. This is how your days will be long upon this earth. But when you don't do all these things, you abandon it. Your days will surely be short. Very, very short. There have been many people, many cultures in the past that have been wiped out because they stopped honoring their ancestors. They cut off. When you cut off from your source, you will be wiped out. Okay? You have to protect your values, your heritage, your inheritance. You have to protect it. A lot of people run away from they run away from the inheritance. People run away. People use it to dash other people. I have seen people that have given their ancestral lands to churches. If you come to my country, I will show you big lands owned by churches that were donated by the ancestors. They were tricked or they were deceived into giving their ancestral lands to churches to build these church massive centers of miseducation for their own people. When you do this, you die. You have signed your mutually assured disappearance or destruction. You have put your consent on it because you fail to protect your heritage. Okay? All these things will destroy you. All this kind of mentality will not make your days long upon this earth, because by the time you do this, your children will not have anything to inherit. Your children will be poor and they will start struggling in life. And when they start struggling, it's easy for the enemy to be picking them one by one. They have no capacity to defend themselves, no capacity to even feed themselves. Your children will be like bottom dwellers of society. Within 1 or 2 generations, they are offline. Honoring your father and mother is very, very important. It's about your ancestral veneration, your deities, ancestral deities, protection of your culture, continuation of your culture, your inheritance, impacting the next generation by showing them the value of all these things and transferring that value to them to continue. This is how your days will be long upon the earth. Okay? This is how it will be long upon the earth. So you need to do all these things. This is more than greeting your father, good morning, good afternoon, and listening to them. It is that responsibility towards the collective. That is what really matters. Connect back to the source. Connect your children to that source. This is what we determine your longevity. It's a practical thing to do. Okay? It's not rocket science. In fact, it is the only thing to do. Every culture that is here today, this is what they have done. Look at all the other people, the indigenous people. How are they here? How do you respect or acknowledge them? Because they continue honoring their ancestors. You honor your ancestors, you transfer the knowledge, the next generation does the same thing. You expand in your prosperity, in your knowledge base, and you keep growing and expanding. Before you know, other people start adopting your culture. They start seeing you as strong, but your culture is preserved, it's not dying. Weak people will start coming to join you, or people that are tired of their own culture, or people that have been miseducated. We see many Christians today, black African people being in Christianity. They have no knowledge of their culture. They have been totally cut off. They are everything. They want to be Muslims, Christians, or even Buddhists, Hindus, Hebrew Israelites especially. They want to be all these things except being an African person, because they see African people as having no value, no dignity, no self-respect, no capacity. Self-hate, inferiority complex due to lack of knowledge and ignorance as a result of colonization, the negative effects of colonization. All this we see, the trauma of colonization and continuous colonization from neocolonialism, IMF, World Bank indebtedness, continuous frustration, continuous attack, onslaught, right, left, and center. All these things make people to be imbalanced, and when you have beaten them to a state of like pop, they just accept anything that will let them breathe. This is what we have in Africa. You should not let this be your portion in the name of the ancestors. You have to be better. You have to attach yourself to your culture, no matter how small it is. A lot of African Americans, they don't even answer an African name anymore, and they don't care. They still answer the slave name. Nothing about them is African except their skin. Some of them have even bleached the skin to white. Their hair is a European hair extension. They don't carry their natural hair anymore. All this is result of self-hate, inferiority complex. No connection to Africa. Anything Africa is inferior. Even in the continent of Africa, we have these Europeized Africans. Look at our TV stations, look at our news. A lot of women are ashamed to even wear their natural hair. They have been taught to believe that their natural hair is inferior. That if you want to be a society ISO woman, you have to be buying expensive European hair to be putting on. This is the only way society will accept you. In fact, this is not the standard of beauty. They don't even honor their ancestors anymore by carrying their natural African hair. Such a shame. Our men too will even be the first to say, oh, this woman is a mugu because she don't wear fake hair. So she's not updated, she's not up to my class. With this kind of mentality, how will your children feel? Your children will copy this as their culture, that my parents used to like fake European hair. Your daughters have been made to believe that their natural hair is not a good hair. Is it not mutually assured destruction of your future generation due to self-hate and inferiority complex? When I say this, a lot of women will attack me that it's none of my business. I should not even go where their hair is. I cannot even talk, go that side. In Nigeria, they will eat you alive if you talk about this in public. Women will warn you to stay out of their business. This is a very painful thing, mutually assured destruction. Self-hate. The dream of the average African that is a Negropean is to go to abroad, to go to Yankee, to go to Europe. This is the dream. You see thousands of youth trekking through the Sahara Desert just to go to Europe. What is wrong with Africa? This is self-hate, inferiority complex. We see this. It doesn't only happen to African people. We see the Latina people, Latin so-called, they call themselves Latin American, but they are African people that have white skin. Puerto Ricans or people in the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Venezuela. A lot of them have African blood in them. But they think they want to be white, struggling to go to America too to get the American dream. They are also suffering from self-hate and inferiority complex. They hate themselves. They will not stand and fight for their country. They would rather run to America to get a better life. This is affecting Africa. This is the religion that have impacted this self-hate on these people. That's why I always speak against the religions. We need to find a way to have love and value for ourselves. No matter how hard it is, we need to have some dignity. So when I see Trump doing this deportation exercise in America, I feel bad and sad, but at the same time, it can also be a blessing in disguise. People, maybe they need a hard hand to know that they should believe in themselves. That if they actually believe in themselves, anything is possible. We cannot live life by running away from our problems. It will come to a time whereby we need to face our problems. We need to tackle it. Maybe this is that time that people will start knowing that your country, you can find a way to do better. We can change our governments. We can stand and fight for a better future for ourselves. It's not by running away. It will not solve the problem. The problem will still be waiting for us. Maybe Trump is doing a good thing. When you run away from your country under any gust, of course, the excuse, I have lived abroad for 15 years. The plan is to create a better life for yourself. It's always a plan, which is a good thing. It's better than having no plans. But are we running away to totally forget our responsibilities? Or are we running away to he who fights and run away lives to fight another day? A lot of people do not apply this principle of Bob Marley. They want to run away and they don't want to fight another day. But when you are running away, you run away to prepare to come back to fight again. If you have this mentality, it's a good thing. You can travel. But if you are running away with no plan of coming back to fight again, then you are a deserter. Okay? So maybe it's time we need to rethink some certain things. Maybe it's the universe that is saying people need to rewake people. We need to think of how we can manage the little things we have to make it better. Maybe this is that time. We need to find a way to honor our ancestors properly. Whatever plan that you have, put it in mind that you have a responsibility of passing a baton to the next generation. What kind of orientation are you planning on leaving behind? Are you planning on giving them the orientation of running away and never coming back? Or are you giving them the orientation of running away to come and fight back later? Are you giving them the orientation of thinking of Sankofa? What orientation are you giving them? Are you giving them the orientation of going to heaven? It's on you for whatever orientation, but find a way to honor your ancestors. It will help you. If you know that you want to live long, you want your name to reign as long as possible, the choice is yours. I'm not saying you should not go abroad or you should not do certain things, but whatever you are doing, make sure that you have a backup plan, not only for this lifetime alone, but for future lifetimes. Okay, so this is what I have to say today on this channel. I would like to know your opinions about this philosophy of honoring your ancestors. I would like to know what you think about it, and further things in the future. So I thank you very much for watching today. And for those people that are interested in learning about African spirituality, I teach it. I have a 6-month program where I teach it from the history to the science to the metaphysics and the hardcore spirituality. You can register for that program. It's not an expensive program, but you will know so many things about African spirituality that will empower you, that will liberate you, and we open your eyes to the truth about the nature of reality and your spiritual responsibility. It will make you a spiritually inclined person, enlightened person, and it will empower you. Okay. Then, if you want to read books, I have been able to write 3 books so far, powerful books that will transform your life. This one, Quantum Physics and African Spirituality, talks about the interrelationship between science and spirituality. In this book, I covered a topic like in time travel, space travel, origin of quantum physics from African spirituality. I talked about negative space, the difference between nuclear physics, quantum physics, and plasma physics. I talked about dark matter, melanin, consciousness. Serious topics that many people don't want you to know as an African. This is a book that will empower you, that will open your eyes, that transverse time and space, that will show you the importance and the benefits of African spirituality. So you need to read this book, get it, open your eyes, and start transforming your generation now. We all have a responsibility towards this planet, and we should not neglect that responsibility. So please take charge of your life today. This one, Walking in the Shadow of the Gods, I have over 200 spells for love, prosperity, and protection, and also different aspects of your life that different illnesses that you can easily treat with remedies from Africa. This book will help you increase your capacity. With just this book alone, you can even open your own shrine to be helping people. You need knowledge, because knowledge is power. You can get this book, powerful book, tried and tested book. Then this one, Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension. This is a book that will teach you how to make contact with the Kemetic deities. These are deities of nature, elemental spirits representing the sun, life, death, transformation, including destruction. You need to know the importance, the benefits, the applications of these deities, how to make contact with them, how to interact with them to bring them into your consciousness. This book will help you. It's like a basic information before leaving Earth. It will balance your scales. You need to make contact with these deities. With this book, I have been able to cut that, making that middleman from the equation. You don't need to fly to Africa or fly to Egypt to be searching for a spiritualist or a grand babalawo to help you. You can connect with the deities by yourself by reading this book. Powerful book for your spiritual evolution, ascension, transformation. You can get it. Then, if you want to buy your spiritual items, your soap, your herbs, and uh, native chalk, cowries, all these items we use in the practice of African spirituality, meditation, beads, I sell all these things. You can contact me for that as well. Okay. Apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful day. And I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. If you also want to do your oracle tarot divination, I do those readings as well. Then I would like to talk about these products. This is a very good product that was created by one of our brothers in America. It's actually water, modern life, deuterium depleted water. This water that been the hydrogen content and the H2O have been depleted to make sure this natural hydrogen. So when you drink this water, your body is not stressed in processing it. Your mitochondrial DNA that process the water and the food that you eat takes out all those excess or poisons from the water. When you drink this water, you become much younger. It makes you to be very young because your body is not stressed in processing heavy water for it to absorb. So this will reduce aging. If you want to reduce your aging process, you want to live long, you want your system to be working very well, this is the water that you drink. Okay, the pH level is a 9.5 pH level. The best water, alkaline water, that is very energetic and very powerful for people that are recovering from illnesses or people that want to increase their health, their capacity. This is the water that you need to drink. Okay, I have done a previous video presentation on this very water. I will put a link under this video so that you can buy it from the guys made in America. I'm not the one that is selling it, and you use it. The best pure water in the world, the most purest water in the world. This is it that money can buy. Okay, it's not that expensive, but health is much more expensive. So please get this very product, and you'll be glad you did. So apart from that, I thank you very much, and for those people that have been supporting the channel, I'm very grateful and delighted, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.